Hello, friends. It's been a while since I've done any kind of rugby commentary, but I've just watched Japan play New Zealand at the Nissan Stadium in Yokohama. And I thought before I watched any press conferences on YouTube or um, listened to Eddie Jones doing grievous bodily harm to the English language or anything like that, I would just give my impressions of what went on. Well, the scoreboard doesn't lie, and well, I won't spoil it by saying the score, um, but I think it was pretty much what you'd expect uh, from that kind of game, the All Blacks against uh, Japan. Japan certainly had some very good moments. Um, I particularly like the way Warner Dearns plays. I think he's pretty much world class. I would put him in a world 15, I think, without much hesitation. Um, and yeah, there are other very good players there in the Japan team. New Zealand team was full of people, full of selections that were not familiar to me, but when you have two props on one on either side of the scrum weighing 140 kilograms each, you've clearly got a fairly hefty unit there. And I think it did show because I'm pretty sure that the Japan props are certainly not more than 120 kilograms each, I would think. So, or perhaps I don't know, 125, but it's a huge difference there. Um, but then again, how much does that matter these days with crooked feeds and what have you? But that's a whole other story. Um, well, so Japan had how many tries? I think it was three or four. And they took them well. There's certainly plenty of positives to take out of the game, as the old cliche goes, from the point of view of Japan. But yeah, uh, and as far as New Zealand are concerned, I'm sure that they like having warm-up games against Japan before going to Europe because, well, it's Japan is the sort of opponent they like to play, I believe. You get a very fast game, and that certainly it certainly was that. Um, and yeah, I mean, I think it was good entertainment for all concerned. There were what, 60 million, 60 million? No, 60,000. Going a bit crazy there with numbers. There were 60,000 and 50 or something like that watching in the stadium. The capacity is 70,000. Nissan Stadium. It's the place where the World Cup final was played when it was played in Japan. And it's a good stadium. I've only been there once, but once is enough to assess a stadium. When I went, actually, it was I was on the narrow end, one of the ends, not sort of in the middle center part. So it wasn't the greatest seat, I have to say, but I still quite like that stadium. Haven't been to the new one yet. It's not very new now, but the National Stadium still haven't been. Um, it's fairly obvious what a game would be like to watch there. I think there's no obstructions to the view. It's good. Why am I rambling on? I don't know. But yeah, to get back to the uh, game in hand, as it were, and I've deliberately done this before hearing anybody else's impressions. I would say, yeah, after spending more than a month away from, well, about a month away from Japan in September, and certainly not looking at any rugby, um, yeah, that was quite a nice game to come back to. And I don't know if you can say that. I suppose Eddie Japan is on course. I don't know. I mean, uh, we'll have to see how they go against the next opponents. And I think that'll do now, just for a quick first impression. Thank you very much. Bye now.